Verse 13, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. You're not the only one that goes through these things. Everybody goes through these same types of temptations in their flesh, the same desires, the same desire to do whatever that's appealing to your flesh. Everybody has that. We all have a sinful flesh. And basically the same things appeal to everybody. Some more than others. Some people are drawn to one thing more than another, but it's not unique to you. There are many, many, many other people that have those same exact desires. There hath no temptation taken you such as is common to man, but God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. God's not going to allow you to go through certain temptations that you're not able to handle. He says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that you may be able to bear it. But I'll tell you what, if you are willingly putting yourself in those situations to just allow those temptations to happen, see, God's not going to allow you to go through those things just, by chance or by getting into certain situations that you have no control over necessarily. But if you're going to willingly be putting yourself into these situations, the temptation can very easily overcome you. And here's the thing that also, though, about this is that this verse proves that it's only going to be your own fault when you do fall. Yeah. God is not responsible for this. Oh, but God didn't say about this. Look, He made it, otherwise this verse is a lie. He says, there's a way out for you. There's always a way to escape. He is not going to allow you or suffer you to go through some temptation that you can't handle. Some testing, some trial, He's not going to let it happen. So when you fall, guess who's not responsible? God's not responsible. You are responsible for yourself and for your own actions. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. There's that word flee. Again, just like I said, I mentioned earlier, flee fornication. How it says flee from idolatry. No Christian is above backsliding. Many things can become an idol in your life. And this is one of the things that we see mentioned here multiple times is idolatry. We saw earlier in verse 7, don't be idolaters. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Many things can become an idol in your life. Anything that you're putting basically before God. Something in the place of God can be an idol in your own life. Now, we're called to be separate from the world. We're supposed to be sanctified. We're supposed to be a peculiar people. We're supposed to be set apart and meet for the Master's use. We are not supposed to be of the world. We're not supposed to be like the world. When people look at you as a Christian, you ought to stand out, and there ought to be things that they could visibly see that are different about you than just anybody else in this entire world. You're not supposed to be lumped together with everybody else.